What's up, YouTube? It's Elijah the hero, and today I got a new video for you guys, a new story time video. As you already know, you read the title. This is how my school had an underground fight club. So yeah, this fight club, I want to say what happened my sophomore year. I was going to this is high school. Last time the story I talked about, I was in middle school, but this is my sophomore year of high school. I'm a different dude now. I'm more confident in myself, and I would have to say a lot of people go through peer pressure in high school, and I was definitely one of those kids that fell into a certain category of peer pressure. And that was anything athletic I was doing because I thought I could do it all. I thought I was Superman. I thought I was Batman. I thought I was peak human perfection when it came to athleticism. There was nothing I couldn't not do, and I truly felt that in my spirit, and I felt that as a person of who I was in high school. There was nothing I couldn't do. You couldn't tell me nothing. You told me I couldn't shoot a three, watch me shoot 5 threes in your fucking face. You told me I couldn't play football, watch me do some perfect catch. You told me I couldn't play baseball, I'm hitting home runs and nothing but home runs. That is how I thought of myself. I thought of myself as a young sports athletic prodigy. So if there was something athletic that was competitive, I was going to do it. So now, in this point of high school, I had a really good friend named Zenon. We were like two peas in a pod. Everything at high school we kind of did together. Played basketball together. Everything we did together. Hang out at each other's houses all the time. Zenon was the cool kid in our high school. Everybody loved him. He can be in every group and talk to everybody. Same with me. So Zenon is more friends with he could be friends with the badder kids in the school. Me, nah, I wasn't really friends with them. I wasn't really fucking with them. I wasn't really vibing with them, especially the people on our basketball team, because they did weird shit. Like one time they took this guy's clothes and basically ran out the locker room. He had to run butt naked around the school, which I know they did it in High School Musical and stuff, but that shit was weird in real life. Like I'm like, they were they was doing sussy stuff in the goddamn bathroom, sus stuff, and I ain't with no such stuff. So I was never really vibing with them. But we had our PE class, and I had my PE class with Zenon and with this guy named George. Now I remember George because he is a key figure in the story. So you have George, Matthew, and Eric. Those are kind of like the niggas of the school, basically. I mean, there was other black kids in the school, but they were the niggas of the school. And if you know what I mean by saying they were the niggas of the school, they were the niggas of the school. So my school was primarily minorities. So there wasn't a lot of white people in the school, actually. There was probably I could count maybe 5 white people on my hand at the school. So there was a lot of minorities, a lot of ghetto shit going on at the high school. So yeah, Zenon, was talking to them one day, and he you're gonna take your shirt off to change it to your PE clothes, because we actually had to change it into our PE clothes. And Matthew, he had all these black spots kind of on his chest, and a black eye a little bit. And Zenon, he's like, bro, what's good? You good? What happened? You look like you got jumped. He's bruised. And I'm sitting in the background he does look like he got jumped, but there hasn't been no fights at the school. So Zenon's asking what happened, and he's Matthew's hey bro, don't worry about it. It's nothing that concerns y'all. Y'all don't really need to know about it. So me thinking, maybe he has problems at home and stuff like that, and things going on in that nature. So I was dang, maybe he has home problems and stuff like that. And Zenon was nah bro, I don't think it's that. I've been to Matthew's house a few times, and his mom's really nice, and he's not like that. So me and Zenon do some more digging, because we do notice that George also has one bruise. And I'm so I go ask George hey, what's up bro, why you and Matthew have bruises and stuff like that. Now George, he is he's from Africa, but he is the definition of a fucking nigger. Ooh, I don't know if I should have said that. Anyway, he's the definition of a nigga. So I go and ask him, hey bro, what's good with y'all? Why y'all got these bruises and stuff? George is more than happy to tell me why he has bruises. He said we were going bodies. And now it clicked in my head why Matthew didn't want to say what they were doing. Because if you would have saw Matthew, you would have known this nigga lost. He lost really badly. Jordan like had like a slight bruise on him, and it wasn't even nothing that serious. And I'm like, so I come from a very sheltered white suburban kind of neighborhood where I used to live. So it wasn't well, it was actually a lot of white people before it started becoming more black, but there's a lot of white people of where I lived. Very sheltered kid, church kid, like I told you guys. So I was like, going bodies, like that shit sounded hella sus to me, going bodies. So I'm thinking like, what the fuck is going bodies? So he breaks it down for me. So in case you didn't know, because I know a lot of my subscribers are, going to be gamers and stuff like that. So if you didn't know, and plus I think going bodies is a dead type of thing, but going bodies is a form of fighting, but it's more like friendly, competitive type of fighting. You're not taking yourself too seriously and things like that. But the rules to bodies is you can only hit in your chest area. You can't hit in the face. You can't hit in the legs. You can't grapple. It's literally only punching in the chest. And first to say, hey bro, I'm done, or I give up, is out. It's not like slap boxing, because like slap boxing is where you open palm slap people basically, and you can slap them anywhere. You can slap them in the face, you can slap them in the body. The bodies is different. You're just hitting in the chest area. And I'm like in awe, because thinking like, why would you guys do this? That sounds dumb, and like, where do you guys do this? So in my school there is technically there is, let's see, so my school is like the shape of a square basically, right? So think about like you're walking into a middle of a square. You're in the middle point of the square. So the way there are on the left, right, and then the like kind of the end of the square, there are lockers and bathrooms. So there is 2, 4, 6. There's 6 bathrooms in total in the school, and they all have lockers in them, or like locker type areas in them. So the only bathroom that was ever like open were the 2 bathrooms on the left and the right side of the school, not the one in the bottom of the school. But since I forgot what it's called, like the student council, one of the student council members, Matthew was in, because I was a student council member, so Matthew was in it, or not student council, I was in the homecoming homecoming committee. Matthew was in the student council, so he had a key to that locker room bathroom, because I don't know why the student council kids had keys to like basically almost the whole entire school, because student council also ran our snack bar, which they needed keys to get in there. So he had the key to that, so he would open that, and that's where they would do it. Turns out, bro, this thing goes way deeper than I thought. It's like maybe like 45 people involved, and they have a bracket and everything. Zenon is short. Zenon is like 5 something by the time we were in high school, so he was already like, nah, I ain't doing no bodies. But you know me, there's nothing I thought I couldn't do. So I was like, hey bro, count me in. And then you know what George said? The first thing about school bodies, don't talk about school bodies, because none of the teachers knew. So everybody was keeping their mouth closed. And I was like, bet. Little did I know, this is one of the dumbest things I think I've ever done in my whole entire life. So as like the days go on, I get placed into the bracket. There's like no prelim like fights or anything like that. So George comes up to me, he's like, hey bro, you're set to fight another kid named Matthew. So there's 2 kids named Matthew. This Matthew was a freshman. So this lets you know that this is going like all the way up to seniors. So there's some seniors who were involved, down to freshmen who were involved. And I was kind of all right with this, because I had beef with this kid, this other Matthew kid. I had a girlfriend before I got into this fight, but Matthew kissed my girlfriend at a party, and she told me about it. I ain't with all that, so I was like, all right, bet, breaking up with her. So I broke up with her, but I already had beef with him, because I'm like, he knew I was dating her. So I was like, why would you do that? So I was on demon time. So, and he was a freshman, so it was starting off pretty easy. Got into the bathroom, bro. This was one of the craziest things I think I've ever seen, because the way they would do the bodies tournament is they would do it before school at the end of school and in the middle of school. So basically you would have to be like, look at a clock and see what time it is, and they'll be like, hey teach, I gotta go to the bathroom. You go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom. Tell me why there's like 25 kids, well not kids, well 25 niggas in the goddamn locker room, bro. It is packed in there and it is loud, but like it's like cement, so so people are not gonna hear. And then there's a lookout on top of that, so there's a lookout in the bathroom, so in case like a teacher comes. But if a teacher did come, I don't know what we would do. But yeah, so the slap boxing starts, and I'm walking in, and it looks like Mad Max Into the Thunderdome. The niggas is wilding. People got their shirts off. There's dudes on the floor already. So I'm thinking like, bro, I'm looking like I'm walking into the lion's den right now. And there comes Matthew out of the stall like a WWE entrance. He bust open the stall, walking up to me. He said, Elijah, we got beef, and I'm ready to solve it right now. And I'm sitting here like, bro, this nigga's like on one. Like, he's real fucking serious about this shit. So George is like announcing, like, he's like, all right, y'all gotta stand in this corner, you gotta stand in this corner. So like, get the sense that George is kind of the mastermind of this whole thing. And you'll soon figure out why George is the mastermind of this whole thing. So it's time for me to fight Matthew, and you know, he comes out the gate swinging, and this nigga hits me right in my fucking face. So like, you know, it's like this basically just turned into a real fucking fight between me and him, because we got history, like we have beef with each other, and like nobody stops that shit, because you know, it's bodies, you're only supposed to hit the body. Like, this nigga hit me dead ass in my jaw, but I'm not the same person I was in the last story. I'm a different type of nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I turn back around, hit that nigga in his mouth. Keep hitting him. I'm hitting him so hard and so fast, this nigga can't even react. Niggas did not know I had this shit in me. You should have seen the way everybody was looking. They were looking like, bro, what the fuck? Like, how do you, like, this is Elijah. This is cool, calm Elijah. This is crazy. Hitting that nigga. Get him, like, he's like on like kind of like the, you know, like between the kind of like wall between the stalls and then the urinals. He's like right there. So I'm hitting his body, hitting his stomach. Hit him so hard in his stomach, he drops to the floor, and he was like, no, I'm done. So, you know, I'm feeling myself. Like, it was such a weird feeling. It felt like a feeling of like, great example of how it felt. You know how in Jujutsu Kaisen, I know this is a weird thing to bring up, but you know how in Jujutsu Kaisen Nanami explained that when you do the Black Flash, you feel this kind of sense of godlyhood and like you're special, basically. That is how I felt. I felt like I hit this nigga with 4 Black Flashes in a row, and he dropped that nigga. So I'm feeling godly like right now. I'm feeling good right now. Like, testosterone is at a all-time high. You know, you're going through puberty at this time, so it's just I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. It felt like a kick of adrenaline. It felt like a kick of adrenaline going through my whole entire body right now. So that's the first fight, and you know, everybody's yelling, everybody's going cool. Matthew's on the ground, like basically gasping for air, and I've never really. Like, this was like one of my first like real fights, and I've never like fought like that, and it felt like the adrenaline rush I got from that fight. So after the fight is over, George comes talk to me. He was like, bro, like, I see like you're not, this is beneath you, basically. This is beneath you. You're too strong for this. I'm gonna put you in the special brackets. And I'm sitting here thinking, special brackets? Like, mind you, I've never seen the brackets. I thought it was kind of like, when I was thinking about it, it was kind of like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a regular sports bracket, like a tournament bracket. Like, you know, you go up a rank, you go up into the championship, basically. But no, George tells me that there's a special bracket where the fighting never ends. The fight, you just fight and fight and fight and fight. So I'm thinking like there's no end to this. And he's like, no, bro, there's no end to this. And this is where the top tier niggas are at. I'm sitting here thinking like, top tier niggas, bro. Okay, let's see what this is about. So he's like, I'll tell you more about it tomorrow. So that's the end of the day. You know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Tomorrow rolls by. Bro, tell me why the top tier brackets is like nothing but niggas on that goddamn football team, bro. I'm talking about seniors on it. Like, niggas that are built. Like, niggas that have gym memberships. And I'm a sophomore, but I'm a scrawny, like, kind of athletic built, like, sophomore. And I think this is the first time I ever felt a little kind of like afraid of something. And you know, I was like, I have a pretty good like spidey sense, and I could sense when things are getting out of hand or things are getting too much. So I was like, you know what? When I saw the dude I was fighting, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. Fought. First time I ever got my ass kicked in my whole entire life, and the last time I ever got my ass kicked, by the way. Let me just tell you that right now. This nigga beat the fuck out of me. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. He beat the dog shit out of me. It was so embarrassing. And here I'm thinking, like, this is what knocked my ego, bro. Because I was thinking that, like, this was, I already told you, I thought I could do anything athletic. There's nothing I couldn't do. You put me in boxing, I could do it. You told me if I Mike Tyson, I could fucking do it. That's how I was feeling in high school. Nah, this nigga beat me down a peg, bro, literally. So yeah, he beat the dog shit out of me, and it did not go well. And George was like, all right, bro, all right, this is just like, maybe this wasn't your day, so you'll fight me next. Okay, so the thing about George is, this is in high school. Keep that in mind. This is in high school. George is a 6'8". This nigga was 6'8" in high school. 6'8" African with the wingspan of LeBron James, bro. This nigga had the wingspan of Mr. fucking Fantastic. Ain't no way I'm fighting this nigga, bro. Ain't no fucking way. After getting my ass kicked like that, bro, ain't no way. So I was all like, nah, I'm done, bro. I'm not fighting no more. He was like, but no, you have to. You're in the special bracket. You can't quit in the special bracket. There's only one way to get out of the special bracket, and that's if everybody fights you at once. I'm sitting here like a gang initiation, canonized, not me, nigga. Fuck out of here. I was like, bro, I'm not, y'all got me fucked up, bro. So I'm not fighting. And this is so crazy, and this is how crazy this nigga was, bro. Every day at school, I'd be hanging out with like my friends. After that happened, he would come up to me every day, said, we're gonna fight right now. I'm like, bro, no, we're not gonna fight. He'd be like, meet me in the bathroom, we're gonna fight. This was every day. He would tell me we're gonna fight. There'd be some times when he would try to catch me in the bathroom just to fight me. So it was crazy. It was like basically stalking me to fight me. He was trying to bitch me and shit like that. But I couldn't say he was really bitching me, because I was basically saying, no, bro, I'm not about to fight you. We're not gonna fight. So it gets to the point where it's kind of like mind you, this is all happening towards the end of my sophomore year. So it gets to the point where this nigga is like every day on every hour telling me he wants to fight me, slandering me online. But I'm not letting that get to me, because I don't want to fight him, because I know that probably if I did fight him, I would lose. So what's the point? Or everybody's going to jump me. So it's a lose-lose situation. So I'm not going to fight him. Then one thing that I cannot stand, though, is when females get pushed around and females get hurt. Because I've had, I've seen that in my life before. So it's something that I've never liked. So this is like towards the end of the year. I think like we have like 2 more weeks left of school. I'm walking around with my friend Sam. She was like kind of like my best friend at the time when I was in high school. She knew about the whole fighting thing. I never switched on everybody, never did anything. And he comes to me at the bus stop, right? Like we're waiting for the buses, because I took the bus home. She took the bus home. So we're sitting there waiting, and he's like, all right, bro, I'm tired of you being a bitch. I'm tired of you being a pussy. You fight me right here and right now, and I'm not leaving, and I will swing on you type shit. This nigga went full nigga mode right here. And Sam is a very like outspoken girl, and she was like, nah, you not fighting Elijah. Elijah already said he don't want to fight you. You keep doing this shit. It's annoying as fuck. Tell me why this nigga takes his hand, boom, slaps her right in front of me, bro. Slaps my best friend right in front of me. Like, I don't know what type of timing this nigga was on, but he was just on some different type of timing. Slaps her right in front of me, and like this shit like just sent like a different. This was different for me. This was a different type of anger that I've never felt in my life. This was like the type of anger that you get like if somebody disrespects your sister, your girl, or your mother. This is that type of anger I had. He slapped her. She's on like slapped her to the point where she's on the floor. Take my hand back, cock him, bam, deck him right in his lip bleeding. Hits me, and then I already know like this is not bodies anymore, so it's not just straight boxing. Go for his knees, hit him on the knees, get him on the floor. I'm on top, swinging, hit him, and he's hitting me. I'm hitting him. He's hitting me. I'm hitting him. The teachers come and see it, break us up. It's like, hey bro, what y'all doing? Y'all can't be fighting. What y'all doing? we both get like kind of like in school suspension because it was like a little scuffle, and like I guess it wasn't that serious that the teachers didn't really call our parents, which was pretty fucking crazy. So they didn't call our parents, and they talked to us after school. So they kind of like was like, y'all, they see me and George hanging around, so they just thought it was like for like a friendly like fight thing kind of thing going on between us, and we kind of played it off like it was. So get up, leave. This nigga is like, then this is the point where it started getting crazy with him. Really, he is like, bro. He is like, no, he didn't say bro. He's like, you embarrassed me to a point where I ain't never been embarrassed in my life. I want to fucking kill you. If I see you, I'm going to kill you. And like the way he looked at me, it was if that he was like real serious about trying to kill me. And he told me that he's like, had guns and stuff before and stuff like that. And because he's kind of a troubled kid, I would say. So I'm thinking like this nigga's mad, like dead ass serious. Like this nigga really wants to kill me over some like school fight club, underground fight club thing, and like that he put together. And I guess like the way it was for an outlet of him just like, I don't know, his home life was bad, so he was trying to like take his anger out on people at the school. And I felt like this is like one of the first times I actually ever told my grandma like what was really going on in my life. I told her about the whole like the situation. Well, I didn't tell I joined the fucking fight club, of course. Well, she knows now. She listens to this video, but I never told her I joined a fight club. So I was just kind of telling her that I'm getting bullied at school and that this dude is not going to stop. And I've been bullied before, and I feel bad. Well, I actually don't feel bad because I got myself out of that situation. My grandmother has known that I got bullied in like, middle school and really had no power to do anything about it. Mind you, the school year was ending and she was already kind of fed up with my school because we didn't do much at my school. They thought, she didn't think I was learning enough at the school. So she was already like, all right, then we're just going to leave the school because I'm not going to let you get bullied. And my school has a zero bullying. This high school had a zero bullying tolerance, which all schools say they do, but they really don't. So she was already kind of like fed up with me getting bullied in the past, so she just was like, you're going to move schools. And I moved schools and never seen him again. And he said that if he ever sees me anywhere, he would kill me. And I still believe that to this day because that nigga is in jail right now for attempted murder. So I could have been murdered. But yeah, he's in jail now for attempted murder. So I guess if I had to say a moral of the story for this one is, don't fall into peer pressures and think that you're invincible. I'm 25, like I said, and I have a younger sister and younger brothers and younger people that I know, and they think that nothing can hurt them and they're invincible and nothing can stop them, which is not the case. We're all human. We're very fragile in the big scope of things. So don't let that go to your head. Don't let your youth go to your head. If you feel like you're in a bad situation, get out of it. People say that you shouldn't snitch. Snitching is not bad if it gets you out of a bad situation. I say don't snitch on stupid things, but if you feel like your life is threatened, it is perfectly fine to snitch, and I have no problem with that. So don't fall into peer pressure. If you feel like something is wrong, 9 times out of 10 it is wrong. So be careful out there, and remember, you're not invincible.
No, I knock them down if they're staring at your breast. Spiritual depression turn a villain to a ghost. They gon' whittle down till there's really nothing left. Jewelry on me, white haze, absolute. 0 fucks given on a light day. Roll to the riches and I'm swerving on the highway. Holes in them niggas, but I bring it to them my way. Put your blade in the sky like you just don't care. Swing down 10 show, now they just ain't there. Yeah.